I read a while back, it said, your mother knows how to push all of your buttons because she's the one that installed them all.
That's so true.
Right? And so it's like you can be so aware, and yet you can end up in a room with your parents or in a similar situation and you find yourself reacting in exactly the same way. Or as you were saying earlier, you might find your mannerisms changing, your voice changing, your demeanor changing, your confidence changing, because you go back to functioning in that way where you have taken on the wounds of being the child that was hurt by your parents, whether it was advertently or inadvertently. Sometimes it's not that our parents did things on purpose. It's just that how our family environments were created us to have trauma responses or behavioral responses to our environment. And then secondly, the thing that happens is sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, we're taking stuff on for our parents. And that's as painful, but it's a different dynamic again. This one is where we are taking on either the physical or the emotional pain because we either are trying to heal or trying to help our parents, or we feel responsible in some way. You know, how many children do you know who, even if they're adults now, but how many people do you know that have a very deep sense of responsibility towards their parents, even though they are the child? Yes. And if that continues to, if you don't have a healthy boundary around that, then you'll notice every time your mum gets sick, you're getting sick. You know, when your dad's functioning in a certain way, you start acting in a certain way. You start to take on that energy and be that person. And that's not great for us either, because again, in that moment, we're not being present, we're not being aware, and we're not being empowered.